All right, you guys, it's your girl Sandra D, the main event, and welcome to my channel and my community of love and unity. Today, we will not be talking about hair and we will not be talking about food. Today, we are on this journey of talking about the narcissist. And if you have not joined this community, what are you waiting on? So today we're going to be talking about the Hoovers. And there's two types of Hoovers that I wanted to come and talk to you guys about. The first Hoover that you guys are aware of is when the narcissist is actually keeping tabs on you and watching you. Okay. Now this could be them watching you themselves, or it could be through their flying monkeys or the community of stalkers that they have hired to keep an eye on you. Now, the purpose and the reason of the Hoover is because they weren't able to successfully run the game on you that they wanted to run on you on the first round. So what they're doing is giving you a little time, space, so that they can go ahead and train that new supply, but also as a way for them to allow you to move on, but they want to come back later on because they already got the tea from you when you was kikiing up with them and you were sharing intimate details with them. So they pretty much already know how you operate, but they're trying to figure out how they're going to get you into their world by running this game on you. Because you got to remember, a narcissist knows their game, and what you're doing is learning how the game is played. So when you were giving them this information, okay, and then they put you on the devouring stage, which I like to call it, they benched you. They put you on timeout. Okay. And what they were doing in that time frame is trying to figure out which way they was going to go in the relationship. But even though they were putting you on time out, they already knew certain things that made you tick. So they knew already what buttons to be able to push on you to make you emotional, to pull on your heartstrings, but also to give you reasonable doubt to where when they come in and try to run this play again, that you will be willing to override your intuition, your gut feeling, those red flags, because they are pulling on your heartstrings. Okay. So this is when they're taking the time with the new supply, but also after they get that new supply into position, they're thinking in their minds, what can I say to be able to pull you back into the relationship with them? Okay. And this is where they start working on your mind. Okay. Where they're pulling on your heartstrings and going to future fake you by giving you empty promises that they have no intentions of fulfilling. So the Hoover is only a way for them to be able to figure out how they're going to come to you a second time for them to be able to trap you. But this time they're trying to trap you for good. Okay. So what they're doing is they're watching you, seeing what you're doing. They're probably going to come with some empty promises or give you some sad story or try to be supportive and saying, I needed to step away because I know, you had some things you had going on and I didn't want to interfere, anything to try to spin the scenario in their favor for when they're trying to come back again. But they're also leaving you in this state because they know that you're emotional, and they feel that since you're emotional, this is also an easy way for them to target you, to wheel you right back in, to suck you back into the relationship, because a Hoover is nothing but a way to suck you back into the relationship. Now, the second way that a Hoover can work is a reverse Hoover. Now, the reverse Hoover is when they sat there and they just disappeared on you. Like, now you see me, now you don't. They pulled a Houdini on you. Okay. They straight ghosted you, and you're trying to figure out, well, what happened, why this person left. So this reverse Hoover is a way for you to go and look for them. That old school game, hide and seek. Well, they're playing hide and seek with you because they're going to go hide and they want you to come after them by seeking them. So this is when they know you're going to go and text them or email them. You're going to phone them. You leaving voicemails. You're not getting no response. So what do? You say, okay, well, I'm going to go to the social media page, and bam, this is when you see the new supply. Now, the new supply is there on purpose. Now, this is in a sense for you to know that they moved on. But this is also in another sense to why they're doing it is because they want you to feel like you were at fault for the relationship breaking in the first place. This Hoover also works as a way for them to be able to avoid being able to have that conversation with you because there was an injury that was caused to them, by you. Although when you cause it, like I told you guys in the first place, a narcissist is already hurt. So what they're doing is retaliating against you for hurting them, and you didn't even know you hurted them. Okay. Another way that this actually works in when they having a new supply is also another way of them trying to get you to compete for their attention by pinning you up against the other supply to get you into your emotions. This is also a way where they're trying to confirm to that new supply, the candidate, the new trainee, to get you in your emotions, to get you to snap so that you will reach out to them, break your no contact. And then everything that they said about you being emotionally rude, and this is why they had to break off the relationship in the first place, that's the confirmation for them to the new supply about you when they sat over there and did that smear campaign about you. And another way that this is also falling into play is when the narcissist, is in competition with other narcissists. By putting up the new eye candy or the new flavor of the month, as a bat signal, a smoke signal, a SOS signal, if you will, to the people that they are competing with when it comes down to them showing off their supply and how they're running their game as a way of them competing and letting them know how they're scoring when they are scoring and getting new supply. Now this is how the Hoovers work, whether it's a regular Hoover or a reverse Hoover. I'll see you guys in the next video.